Well, welcome everyone, and welcome to the Nivedita and Dianne show. It's always a pleasure for you to join us, and we join you. So I want to say thank you so much. Catch us on the replay. Invite your friends, and if you really didn't have time today to look at this, we're on YouTube, so you can always catch it. We have such a great show for you. Of course, I have my lovely Nivedita Saraswati with us from Australia. How you doing there? It's summer over there. It's snowing over here in Toronto.
Yes. Hello, everyone. It's been really hot just lately, and it's so nice to be here. And a hearty welcome to everyone.
Cool. So why don't you tell us very briefly about yourself?
Myself. Okay. So I'm a soul healer, and my business is I'm the business owner and director of my virtual healing center. And the virtual healing center offers healing and blessing and coaching across all aspects of life. And it's from the comfort of your own home. And what more can you ask for? And I have many healing modalities, which are on my actual website. So if anybody's interested in perusing that, please feel free to do so and contact me if you need to. Thank you.
Thank you so much. For those who know me, I will still introduce myself. And for those who don't know me, my name is Dianne Ojar. I'm the owner of Olive Media Network. I'm also, as well as a healer like Nivedita. I do hypnotherapy, neurolinguistic programming. We have the elephant in the room, and we also have Ignite Your Business. And there's so much more that we can help you with. So one of the things we want to talk about today is, and again, thank you so much for joining us. Put your comments on the replay. Hi, Judy. Thank you so much for connecting with us. And I believe Judy Parker, you know Nivedita.
Hi, Judy.
Yes, absolutely. So what we want to start off with today is, first of all, I want to say everything we do, we're not here to convince anybody about anything that we do. If you have interest and you're looking for something specific or need some help healing in any modality that we do, obviously Nivedita does yoga, she does soul tapping, she has this incredible soul operation technique she works on me as well. She know I love that. And of course she's doing some hypnotherapy with weight management as well. And for ourselves, for myself, I know I work with, as like I said, I am a hypnotherapist as well as a neurolinguistic programming combined with all the other modalities. So we do limited beliefs. I do timeline therapy, the elephant in the room. We can help you with stop smoking, alcohol, bedwetting, childbirth, grinding your teeth, depression. I'm just going to give you a list here. Drug addiction, when you have anxiety with exams. Who doesn't have that, for God's sake? Sexual dysfunction. Yeah, we know. Self-confidence, weight reduction, procrastination, nail biting, itching. I have very dry skin, and some people have really, it could be like an OCD as well. Fear of water, quit coffee, caffeine, sticking to your diet, building up your body, your strength in your body, relaxing, anxiety. Who does not have road rage, especially in weathers like this? Anxiety, gambling, public speaking, phobias, many phobias, self-esteem, and more. If you have something that you want to get rid of, then definitely please do contact us. That's our contact there. So Nivedita, why don't you start us off with, and we'll talk about the hypnotherapy in a moment and the weight loss and everything else. Why don't you start us off with a card?
A card, certainly. Well, I preempted this and I asked what was the most appropriate card today. And this one is from a deck called the Crystal Mandala Oracle, which is really quite a beautiful oracle. So I've just dropped it on the floor, so I'll just pick it up. So let us begin. This one is so gorgeous. It's 41, number 41, this beautiful card. It's the 41, Goddess Ishtar and Astrophyllite. So it's called Daring Rebirth.
I want to, before you go any further with that, I just want to mention about this card. I have this deck as well, and I've told you many times, Nivedita, this is such a powerful card. Like for almost a couple weeks, I kept getting it constantly with the rebirth and so forth. And the mandala, it I believe at the end of this one, it tells you to put it between your hands, which I know you can't. But the energy is so powerful, I can't even begin to express it because I've done it many times. So I would let Nivedita read. I'm still a bit under the weather, so Nivedita, please do, and thank you.
My pleasure. So just close your eyes and feel and listen with your heart. Breathe in and out gently and feel the words of the message from the goddess Ishtar and the crystal astrophyllite. We bring you the empowerment of daring rebirth. The bold spirit in you claims the divine defiance of the phoenix. It refuses defeat at every turn, no matter who or what may seek to overpower your spirit, your peace, your loving heart, and your wild optimism. You shall triumph in a divine and daring rebirth. So don't limit yourself with expectations, whether from another or your own mind. There's just so much possible for you, a radically different and new you to become. Believe, and so shall it be. It takes daring to imagine a new life. Boldness of spirit and willingness are needed to allow yourself to embrace that life and live that different life. You can be in this world as you choose to be. And the truth of what you can have is many different versions, some fearful and some free. There is so much that is possible for you to experience in this life, beloved ones. You have the light and power of a living sun inside of you. Rebirth is a new life, a different you that is truthful, authentic, and yet more vibrant, radiant, vivid, and free. It's possible for you to have all of this. The requirement for new birth, however, is an experience of shamanic death. This is not a physical death, it's a spiritual transformation. It requires that whatever is keeping you from living a happier, free, more beautiful, joyful, and soul-satisfying life to be sacrificed, be allowed to die, so to speak, so you can be born anew. To the extent you have believed in yourself to be those things, felt attached by them, or what your identity was wrapped up in them, you may feel like you're dying along with them. But you are changed in this process. You will not feel, think, behave, or believe as you did prior to it. Shamanic death creates transformation so profound as to allow a more real you to emerge from the process. It strips you of what you've believed yourself to be, and what is left is the real you, unencumbered, unveiled, and true. The need for daring is because shamanic death and rebirth can frighten the mind. Whilst you will be celebrating after the process happens, when you're going through it, your fears will be stimulated. This is supposed to happen. How else can you lay your fears aside? Excuse me a moment. How else can you lay your fears aside unless you confront them and choose to let them go? If they are hiding in the shadows, you cannot deal with them. Your fear may be of success, of your own value, or of being left alone, being rejected, abandoned, judged, ridiculed, shamed, or ignored. Your fear may be that you'll mess up or regret your decisions. It may be that you won't know who you are if you're not your job, relationship, role as a parent or healer, or any other limited identity you've tried to project your entire being into. Life on the other side of that fear might seem unfathomable to your mind. You may worry that you will simply cease to exist. Let's just be clear, however. No one who has transitioned from fear-based reality into love-based reality has ever said or will ever say, I missed my fear-based reality. Although it can be painful, what you're giving up will not be a cause for regret. The extent of which you're willing to dare to confront and release your fear, rather than believe your fears are accurate reflections of reality, is the extent to which you can experience a rebirth. Your rebirth can be so radical, so daring, that you'll feel as though you're living an entirely different life within this one lifetime. The oracle of daring rebirth comes to you when there's an opportunity to confront a fear to release and let go, or a belief system or behavior that is getting in the way of life you actually dream of living. It's your decision whether to challenge that fear now, later, or at all. If you're doubting your readiness and capacity, however, this oracle suggests that you're more than ready than you think you are, and that time is now. There is a new you emerging, and it might shock your family and friends. People may accuse you of not being you anymore, but you are becoming more than you ever were before. Trust the new you emerging in the greater authenticity and strength that you're discovering in yourself. You don't have to quash your being to fit in with the expectation of any other person. Through daring rebirth, you tap into the courage that you need not only to go through the process of transformation, but the spiritual sassiness you need to give permission to yourself to love and be the new you that emerges on the other side of it. Treasure that self reborn, for it has been hard-won and is a divine treasure. So now deepen into the healing process and repeat after me this invocation mentally from your heart. I call upon the crystal angel of Astrophyllite and goddess Ishtar, who love me unconditionally. Thank you for the divine healing empowerment of daring rebirth. May I be held in the loving embrace of the Divine Mother as I thoroughly shed my old sense of self, the known world, and embark upon my divine adventure of daring rebirth. May I be fearless and free to be all I can be. Through the divine mercy and my own free will, so be it. If you wish to integrate this guidance, hold the oracle card facing outward from the sacral chakra, that your lower belly. Relax and breathe in and out several times. So just imagine this card is at your sacral center. Then say aloud or silently, I choose of my own free will through this and any lifetime and through all layers of my entire being to approach the shadows within with love, gentleness, light, and determination. I choose to confront and release the fears holding me back from the fulfillment of my divine potential. I wish to embrace daring divine rebirth. I am ready, willing, and able to let go of who I have believed myself to be, to discover and unveil more of who I truly am. Through divine empowerment and unconditional love, so be it, so be it, so be it. So just bring your hands into prayer position and imagine you're holding the oracle card in between your hands. And with reverence, just bow down your head and say, may divine love bring comfort, grace, protection, and assistance to all beings going through any experience connected to divine rebirth. according to unconditional love, divine mercy, and in service to the divine feminine wisdom evolving through humanity at this time. So be it, so be it, so be it. And then you can affirm to yourself loudly if you like, I am reborn as myself, radiant, wild, divine, and true. I am reborn as myself, radiant, wild, divine, and true. I am reborn as myself, radiant, wild, divine, and true. So be it. As it is said, so it is done. How. Thank you. How means perfect. Get well. So if anyone felt anything or received a message for that reading, please feel free to share.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So I'm just going to top that off. I also have the numerology guidance card here from Michelle Buchanan. And I want everybody right now, this is real, guys. I'm telling you. And before I say that, I just want to remind you about Wednesday night. We're going to have on the Zoom. The link is there. There is a one-on-one practice that we do more in depth. We will be doing the soul marketing again, which takes almost a whole hour. So be prepared for that. And the soul marketing could be for business, relationship, job, career, whatever you choose. Okay? So here's what you do. You close your eyes for a moment. And while you're doing that, please catch us on the replay and share. Set your intention. Shuffling the cards. This is your intention. We're going to do it as a group, but this is your intention to see which card comes up for everyone this year it resonates. So we're going to pick a card. See if only one card jumps out at us. Okay, here we go. Compassion, card number 99. Compassion. So let's see. I hope I can get through this. It's not that long, so I should survive this. This card indicates a need to be kind. Keep your eyes closed still and resonate with the words. This card indicates a need to be kind and compassionate toward others, especially those who extend beyond your family and circle of friends. Whether it is ill-tempered clerk at the supermarket checkout or the homeless person on the street, you're being urged to look beyond your judgments to see what lies beneath. There's a lot more truth to the saying, don't judge a man until you've walked, what they say, a mile in his shoes. For how could you possibly know the story behind another's life? By drawing this card, you're being encouraged to open your heart and mind to see others through the eyes of love. Every time you feel someone's pain, as if you were your own, you raise your personal vibration and the vibration of the world. When you show kindness towards a stranger, you're living as your higher self. When you're understanding and loving, you align yourself with the divine. In order to improve your current situation, you're being asked to adjust to and harmonize with the natural rhythm and cycles of your life. Cycles that are encouraging you to show compassion towards others. As you broaden your understanding of other cultures, personality, and points of view, you increase the potential avenues to making your dreams come true. Observation without judgment is the key to your success. And this is an affirmation you can say. So you can repeat after me 3 times. I am compassionate towards others and attract the same in return. I am compassionate towards others and attract the same in return. I am compassionate towards others and attract the same in return. How?
So at this stage, I'd like to share a story that I read yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely.
Facebook,
Before you do that, anyone who wants to felt anything, I am a little better, but I'm still there. Allergy colds are sometimes the worst especially when it's constantly hot and stuffy. It is the worst to try and get over. So I am still not 100% out of the woods, but definitely so. So share your comments, anything you felt. I'm feeling a cool sensation in my spine, which is released, and those are blockages. But please do go ahead, Nivedita.
So this story is very pertinent to what Dianne has read in that card. There was a family who went in an eating place, sort of like a McDonald's or something like that, and they saw this old man sitting on his own. So the child got up and she invited him over to their table to eat with them, and which he did, and he told them the story about his life and all of that stuff, which they were enthralled by. And they got up to pay the bill, but found that people in the next table who had been listening and watching what was happening, they had paid the bill for all of them anyway. So that compassion and mercy had triggered the compassion and mercy in other people, which is really beautiful.
Absolutely.
So it was like paying it forward. Many results come from things like that.
And I was just about to say, pay it forward. It's not even about the paying it forward. It's the intention when you
Yes.
do it out of love and compassion. And as we say in love and compassion, I'll just do a very quick, short one. This is the small deck. This is not the big one. I'm not going to do any big decks because
there's a lot of reading.
a lot of reading. And I really can't read much right now. So we will be doing, this is a Guanyin pocket side oracle card. So she is the mother of compassion and wisdom and compassion.
Yes,
Guanyin.
indeed.
And for those who don't know who Guanyin is, it's Guanyin or Kuanyin, but definitely there's different versions there. So close your eyes again. This is a card for you. Although it's a group, it's for each one of you. So close your eyes and let me pick a card, pick a card, pick a card. So these cards are beautiful. So each one of them has a different picture. Oh, where's my camera? And this is the picture. So this is Guanyin with many hands. She has 1,000 hands, 1,000 eyes. And this particular card at the back here says, many hands of the goddess. The goddess Guanyin brings blessing to multiple projects and many different parts of your life and consciousness, beloved. She's not limited to one task at a time. Do not be afraid to surrender in her guiding wisdom and creative genius, for there is much that you can accomplish together, and she's assisting you now. If you don't know the story about Guanyin, I did write a story about Guanyin, and I can always share that with you. But her duty is to serve. She is a Buddha. However, she has declared herself a Bodhisattva, which basically means she doesn't want to take that title of Buddha until everyone has been enlightened. Means every one of us has accomplished our life's task and go to home. And that's a lot of us at work. So she'll probably always be a Bodhisattva the way she's going because we're not doing what we're supposed to do. And that's what that is. If you need help for anything, you just have to call her name. And it's her duty. She must. She's given that vow to come and help. So thank you for that. If any of this resonates with you, please do share it with us.
And I'd like to share additionally that if you multitask and you have a lot of irons in the fire and you get overwhelmed with all of your tasks that you do, you can ask Kuan Yin to take these on her shoulders so that she can help you with her 1,000 hands and her 1,000 eyes. And that is very, it's like the stories of Jesus, taking the yoke upon his shoulders when you want to need help from Jesus. He says, and he's taught, let me take the yoke on my shoulders for you. And so you're handing over all of those things to him. Whereas in the tradition of Kuan Yin, which is thousands and thousands of years old in the Asian countries and the Asian beliefs, that she can do the same with her 1,000, if not more, hands and eyes. She sees and hears the cries of all the suffering of the world. So if anyone is suffering in any way, just take it out from yourself and just offer it to her and ask her for help. And it's very, very beautiful, very powerful.
Well, her noise basically means, the observe and hear the voices. So we want to, I am actually in the process of getting my Guanyin lineage holder, and the Nivedita is already that. And it's really cool and so much purification. That's why I'm going through this as well. Now, thank you so
It's
much.
all good. It's all good.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good. At the end of the day, it's all good. So, what I like to do is we want to talk about. I always say that I'm a master practitioner in hypnotherapy. Well, I usually say that's NLP and hypnotherapy, New Linguistic Programming Hypnotherapy. And one of the things that I do is I do timeline therapy. You have to be qualified to do timeline therapy. Nivavita, you've had that session
Yes.
with that. Just in probably in a minute or two, just tell us what occurred with that if you'd like to share. You don't have to. I know it's personal. I should have said that, but what was
When I had my experience with Dianne with timeline therapy, it was very, very profound because going through the timeline allows you to access information that you normally wouldn't access. And this information that comes through is usually very pertinent to what you want to deal with at the time. And I found that the experience was very deep and very profound. And it makes shifts in your consciousness. If you've got something that you're stuck in, this can make shifts in your consciousness. And it's a very similar, there's a very similar process that I also do, which is called, what's it called now? It's gone out of my mind. It's like a guided meditation on going deep within and finding yourself within that meditation. So without further ado, I'll let Dianne continue to explain.
Yeah, absolutely. So timeline therapy is a part of NLP. It's one of the very powerful techniques. You have to be ready for this. You have to play 100%. What it does, it removes the emotions that's attached to the events, the gestalts. And the gestalts in this very specific order is anger, sadness, fear, hurt, and guilt, and limited decisions. Okay? So that's what it does. We go through a series of script. It takes roughly about 3 hours to do this. And the reason why I bring that up is the fact because what we don't know, we don't know. When you remove anger, anger always seems to be in the top. It's the wood element. It's the liver. It where it stands on at the top of the 5 body elements. And anger is the root cause of many, many things. Cancer, lupus, a lot of these diseases. But it's attached to emotions. I think they have some music or something playing in the background. So, no? Okay, I'm not hearing something. Okay, that's okay. So, at the end of the day, when we remove the anger, sadness, fear, hurt, and guilt in this order, this is what happens. Very powerful, but I am going to say to you, if you don't play 100%, you get what you put into it. It is so deep that a lot of your crap will hit the roof. It will call you on it. It's very transformational. It's super powerful. It's worth it. I cannot tell you how much that's worth. Now, the other thing I add to that is limiting decisions. What decision is holding you back from being the best you can be? So what I say is, what are you not doing right now that if you were doing, that you could be doing, would take you to where you need to be? I don't need for you to understand any of what I'm saying. Because I'm not speaking to your consciousness, I'm speaking to your conscious mind. Just like in Tao Academy, in the Tao teachings, we work on the soul level. Well, the unconscious mind is your soul level, except we use different words and terminology in different techniques. One of the things we do, and I'm saying to you, if there's something holding you back that you don't know, you need to look at that. Contact us. Contact me. Nivedita does not do the timeline therapy, but let me know. A simplified version of the timeline therapy, a little much simplified, is the elephant in the room. Amazing results. It's a part of the NLP. It's something I created. But the point is, it is transformational. I have students who basically and clients who did not, who are healers for many years. Nivedita was one. It was over 60 years that Nivedita was been dealing with this. And she's been in the healing space for like 30, 40 years.
Probably more.
Probably more. And
Yes, I'd like to just share about the timeline there, what we did, the elephant in the room. And what happened there, I had this blockage that I couldn't identify. And after going through the process with Dianne, which was very beautiful, very loving, and Dianne actually found the actual root cause of all of this problem that I was having. And once she mentioned that, it was like a light came on in my consciousness, and it was like, yes, that's what it is. And when you have that happen to you on a very deep and profound level, on every level in your soul, heart, mind, and body, you know it's true. And this made such a shift in my life that it projected me on another trajectory, which I hadn't even thought about, and changed my life completely, and gave me so much confidence and so much energy to move forward in doing what I need to do with my life. So I strongly recommend everybody to do this. It was just so incredibly beautiful. So thank you. That's what I wanted to share.
Well, thank you for that. And the reason I'm bringing this up is many of us are healers. We do consultations and so forth. We also need help. We need help. No one stands alone. Nivedita works on me a lot. And she does a lot of work with me for myself personally, because sometimes there's certain things I cannot do for myself. Why? First of all, I don't have the Guanyin hands yet and the crown chakra blessings and so forth. But still, it's always more powerful when somebody else is doing it. So if you're stuck with something, don't sit there and believe that, no, it's okay. No, you can't do this. So I want you to realize that, no, it is time for you to wake up. This is the new you. This is the new good. So now, Nivedita turns it off.
It's my speaker was interfering.
Okay, that's okay. So the whole show we've been hearing that. So I just want to say that to you. What is holding you back? There is something holding you back. Stop procrastinating. We also can help you with procrastination. I can help you, Nivedita can help you procrastination through the blessing side of it, through the NLP side of it, the hypnotherapy side of it. All these things. It is time for you to be the best you can be. I cannot stress this enough. Money is a flow of energy. And I've said this in the video many times, and when we have conversations, people don't understand how powerful money is. It's not there to put in a bank account and hoard it, or put in the mattress or your pillow. It is there for it to grow. Investing it. Invest it in your lifestyle. Invest it in your future. Invest it in yourself. I don't know how else to tell you all this. One of the things we're doing is, if you have a comment on that, if somebody's stuck with something, please put in the comments. Reach out to us. Now, Nivedita, the reason why I bring up this is that you're also doing a weight management course.
Yes. And I've actually reached my first goal of 10 kilos this week. I dropped 10 kilos of weight doing this weight management course. And it's pretty amazing. And it's all about programming yourself to eat well, eat the right foods, be aware of your nutrition, and to change your mindsets or whatever's caused the weight loss. So it's like a holistic program. So fantastic. I love it.
Thank you for sharing that. And one of the things, like I have to tell people this. When I was doing my training, I was scared, oh my God, of snakes. Oh my Lord. And I even rubber snake. And then we had to take a fear out of our life. And I chose snakes. I've actually touched snakes now. It's fascinating. All these phobias that we have, we got to start dealing with it. all these emotions, we got to start working with them in a positive way that would benefit you. If any of this resonates with you, please do give us a shout. Because I'm saying to you, this is the new year where we have to stop doing the same old thing that we're doing. It's nonsense. It's just, you're just burying yourself more. Yes, some people are thriving and surviving in ways, but they're looking for more. They're looking for more. They're looking for peace within. They're looking for hope. They're looking for all these different balance emotions, happiness, courage, confidence. We work with all of these. Here's the funny thing, it doesn't take that long to do it. I am not talking about hypnotherapy in the sense that it's entertaining. That's a whole nother different type of hypnotherapy. Yeah, I can do that too. That's not what I want to do. You know, the entertainment, you go to the stage, you see a hypnotist, someone who will call up the audience, and then they select their I'm going to say students for the moment. But there's a technique in all of that. It's like a magician. A magician, there's illusion too. I don't want to give away secrets because that's the secret behind it. But what I'm saying to you, enough is enough. It really truly is. So the limited decision is a very big one. And what limited decision? Put in the comments what limited decision you have right now that's holding you back. Tell me. And I can pretty sure I can knock that crap out. So can Nivedita. In different ways we will do it.
Yeah.
But you have to speak up. You have to make a decision to say, I'm going to be real with me. Tell yourself that. I'm going to be real with me. Judy says, congratulations, Nivedita. When I say I'm going to be real with me, what am I not doing that I should be doing? What do I need to release? What is holding me back? Yes, we have our qualification. Yes, we're good at what we do. Yes, we're all of that. But I'm telling you, there's certain things that you cannot do for yourself. She talks about reprogramming the mind. That's basically what we do. Imagine, like I said, she's for over 60 years at the time. No, I don't mean your age. I meant for how long this was happening to you ever since you were
Oh, yes.
So 60 plus years. We were talking about the time frame when it happened since a teenager. And she's done so many modalities. And she was stuck.
I was.
And she actually won. I gave her as a gift and she won it. And it's a whole funny joke how that happened. I was thinking about her and then somebody called her name and she didn't have the funds and so forth. And I was like, okay, that's fine. So my point to this is, what are you going to change? This is January. Is February going to be the same way? Is March going to be the same? What are you going to change? If I were you, set an intention and a goal to change something every month.
The quantum shift is amazing. So when we do our next show on the Zoom show, that's a private show, and people can, express themselves what they want to have healing. And then this show will be geared towards helping with that. And this show is not recorded because it is a private one. So, but you do have to register to join. So this will be very exciting.
Absolutely. All I'm saying to you is, Don't let February, March, April, May, then June come along. And what happens? In the same position. You may have some more wealth in you. You may have some more money in your bank account. But inside, you're still the same. The same habits, the same emotions, the same hurt, the same anger. Oh, maybe to a lesser degree, but it's still there. Those are the elephants in the room. And we wouldn't even start to talk about the elephants in the room. All I'm saying is there is help. There is hope. I always say to people, it's funny that when I start talking about what I'm passionate about, I feel a little bit better. And then after, it's a whole nother story. I always say to people, you have to trust in surrendering, and you have to surrender in trusting. This is about you. This is not about anybody else. This is not about your kids. No one. I made the decision in 2012 I had no idea how I was going to pay for this thing. And it cost a lot of money. If you think you paid for things, I believe I've paid more than you have. Okay? That's just it. Let's just leave that there. But I just wanted to find out who I was, who I am, and where I was going. No clue. The way it happened, it was like a repeat effect how I ended up there. To tell you the truth.
It's synchronicity, isn't it?
It's your whole
the
life.
source always gives to us what we need. Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's how it happened.
Yes.
It changed my life completely. I also can teach trainers.
I'd like to share a little something.
Thank you for sharing that, Judy.
Oh, what did Judy say? I can't see her message.
No, you'll wait in a second. Judy, let's have a conversation after. Hey guys, here's the thing. If you don't have the funds, you can always work out something. A payment. I am not concerned about that. If you don't have the confidence, and Judy, thank you so much for being open and honest with yourself. Just you typing this publicly and we're talking about it, this is the beginning. This is quarter the battle. You are acknowledging this and putting it to the universe. So I applaud you for this. Sometimes it's very difficult to be vulnerable in public.
That's right.
But you said you lost your confidence. You don't realize now. I mean, there's some work to do be done. Don't get me wrong. But you may not realize that you just sharing this has built your confidence to go and type this. It's the beginning. And you are helping others by sharing this.
Yes, it's very important to know that, Judy. Whatever you share, it relates to other people as well, to deal with that issue.
And here's the thing, Judy, also as well, is the fact that, Judy, are you able to come on camera if I send you a link? And just answer in the comments there. I can send you a link to join us. That would be it would be nice if you can. And also the fact, yes, we have divine assistance. Yes, we have our, healing capabilities. But as an individual, we have to do our part. We have to do physical work, as we know. So if you're able to come on camera, let me know. But I know it's probably in the middle of it's midday over there. So
it's about midday. Yeah.
If you can't, it's okay. If you can't, it's okay. So all I'm saying to you is, and thank you for sharing that. Okay, no worries, my dear. That's okay. So all I'm saying is a simple conversation we can have. A simple conversation saying, okay, what's holding you back? Here is the issue. What you believe is the root cause and what you believe is the problem is not the problem. You may see it here. That's what Nivedita taught. Nivedita, I don't remember, but what did you believe was your problem when we first, you have a better memory than I do. So
My
when
issue,
you thought it was the problem, what do you think it was?
my issue was identified as from my childhood,
No, no, no,
where
no, no. The question is what was, what you thought your problem was, not what we
I
identified.
was, well, I was stuck. I was just stuck, and I wasn't moving forward in what I wanted to do, and I had nowhere to turn. So I was like it was almost like being in an alley, and there's no exit from the alley, and you're sort of stuck in that position with all these huge buildings by you, and only one way in, but no way out. And it was very confronting and very frustrating because being able to have all the talents and gifts that you have and not being able to express them because you felt like this was a huge blockage there, like a tunnel where you couldn't get out of. And once the root cause was identified, I could actually see myself energetically lifting out of that condition and being able to move forward and stretch myself in so many ways that I didn't believe possible, which is what I did. So I was very grateful for that. That was really wonderful. I had a lot of support.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. And I'm saying this because when people come to me, or never veto anyone, they only know what they can see on the surface. I have no money. My relationship is not working. My job sucks. Da da da. Da 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 da. Well, that is not the problem. That's far from it. That's the end result that's happening that you're seeing. But when we go in, and sometimes it takes 15 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour, depends on the person. Then when you find out what's really the problem, and I always pick up on Nivedita simply because this is for something for over 60 something plus years was happening to her.
Yes.
A very
Yes.
smart, confident woman, very talented, gifted for her age. And I'm telling you, it was like a light bulb. You cannot stop her now.
I remember many years ago, I was doing a pastoral care course, and part of that was to work in a hospital. And I remember and I used to have to go around visiting the wards and speaking with people. That was part of my job, to be there to listen to people's stories. And there was this lady who was there who had her gallbladder removed. And when she told me the story of her family and all the tragedies and all the stories about what they'd been through and what they'd done to her and everything, you can imagine, because that the liver and the gallbladder are closely connected, and it's all to do with anger. So she had this tremendous anger. So she allowed that to internalize and cause her to have this gallbladder removed. And it
Mhm.
was amazing that a lot of teachings come to you when you're dealing with people like this. And then there was another lady who believed in angels. And I just happened to say, oh, look, it's raining. I said, I usually ask my angels to clear the weather for me when I'm traveling because I don't like driving in the rain. And she said, oh, you believe in angels? And it's just a chance word or a chance sentence that triggers the experience. And I said, yes, I do. I talk to the angels and and we have good conversations. And invariably, I said, I'm usually traveling when it's not pouring down with rain and bringing a lot of difficulty. And this lady was there because no, she said she was terrified to share with people that she could see the angels, and she spoke to the angels. And she had cancer. So the next week I went to see her, and she wasn't there. And I said, oh, what happened to this lady? oh, she went into remission and she left the hospital. She didn't need to stay. So, something that triggers her when somebody acknowledges her belief in her ability to see and communicate with the angels, it was a whole shift for her, a quantum shift. And that was really beautiful. So we're surrounded by miracles every day.
We are. And here is what it is. And when I'm not here to convince anyone, and Vita is not here to convince anyone, let me tell you something. On a personal note, I never liked teaching. I never wanted to be in front of people to talk about this. Apparently, in my past lives, I was a teacher, I was a healer, a really good one, apparently. And all this, I was talking to Nivedita last night. We were talking about the hypnotherapy, and I always say it, and I do it in different ways, except these are more specific now. And I said, you know what? I took out all my notes, and I had some DVDs. I do conflict resolution, we do values arrangement, all those things I do. I do all those things. And I couldn't open my CD, my training CDs, because it doesn't support the software anymore. So I went today to get it copied into a different format. Why? It's all sitting here. I was using bits and pieces. And then suddenly, I swear to you, this is yesterday, something said to me, oh, go to the site, which is a site for the American Board of Hypnotherapy, which I was part of. And I said, just go to the site. And it just dawned on me. And then I was talking to Nivedita like 2-3 o'clock in the morning, my time. And I was like, I was just guided to go to this site to now go back to what it is I love to do. I have all these modalities with me. And I have all the stuff. It's very scriptive. So all I'm saying to you is, if you're stuck, please do something about it. Don't sit there and complain. You complain, you bring more complaint into your life. Yes, if somebody tells me they have cancer, you have a lot of anger in you, you have a lot of rage in you. Yeah. How did you know that? Well, duh. So Judy is saying that the last time she was stuck, she was in a deep abyss. After feeling deeply wounded, deep gratitude was how I came out. Of course. I say to everyone, you have 4 pillars. You have the physical, the emotional, the mental, and the spiritual. It works hand in hand. You got to work on all the different areas, is all I'm saying. All I want for you right now is to get off your butts. Say, I don't know what's wrong. I need help. That's what I do. I need help. You'd be surprised. I wonder how people end up in front of me. I ask people, how in the world do you find me? And it's so funny how some of them, or even the Vivita or anybody else, people end up there for a different reason. And I say to them, well, I believe that you know that you're not here for what you think it is you're here for. Because thinking is not sure.
We're all guided by our soul, where to go, who to meet, who to be with, which is really important to know and to trust.
Absolutely. So all I want to say to you right now is, Steve Harvey says this, you have to jump. If you don't take the plunge or the risk and jump. If I didn't want to figure out what it is, and I'm telling you, I am not joking how much money I spent for this thing. I had no idea how I was going to pay for this thing. But I just know I had to do it. On that note, Nivedita, let us do a very short forgiveness practice, if you may. Now, she will set the stage, what you need to do. So pick something today, an area in your life. And here's what I do. If I can't figure out, okay, it's my heart, it's my liver, it's my relationship, it's this, it's that, I just leave it to heaven and say, okay, which one do you believe is best right now? You choose. And you'll be surprised what happens. So pick something or not, leave it up. Remember, surrendering, trusting, and trust and surrendering. So maybe
Okay.
we can close with that in the last few moments. Forgiveness for everything that's gone through today. That would be awesome.
So everyone just close their eyes and just focus gently on their lower abdomen or their heart center, the middle of the chest, and breathe in and out.
But sorry, may I interrupt you for a moment there? If anyone has pain right now at the moment, I would suggest you focus on the pain because that's
Yeah.
the blockages right now to get some comfort. Okay. If you're not sure, then you could do the rest. But if you have some pain somewhere, or if you're constipated or something, or you know,
If you're angry, you can focus on your liver. If you're
some,
worried, you can focus on your spleen. If you're suffering from grief, you can focus on your lungs. If you're suffering from fearful effects, you can focus on your kidneys. If you're anxious and feeling overexcited or depressed, you can focus on the physical heart.
go
So
ahead.
whatever you choose, just place one hand on your lower abdomen and the other hand on that area. And we will do a forgiveness practice. Dear soul of forgiveness, just repeat after me mentally. Dear soul of forgiveness, everything has a soul. I love you, honor you, and appreciate you. Could you please bless my request? I am so grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And dear soul of my request, I love you. You have the power to heal yourself. Do a good job. Soul of my request, heal my request. Soul of my request, heal my request. And dear all the souls who I have ever hurt or harmed in any way to do with the effects of my request for others, I love you, honor you, appreciate you, and I sincerely apologize for all the harm I've ever done to you at any time. Please, please forgive me. And if any soul has ever hurt or harmed me or upset me or made me feel unwell in any way, I forgive you unconditionally and I set us both free. And what we do is simply say 3 sentences. I forgive you, you forgive me, bring love, peace, and harmony. So let's do that now. We'll just say the words first and then I'll sing it for you. I forgive you, you forgive me, bring love, peace, and harmony. So feel that you're talking to that part of the body that's giving you pain or giving you discomfort. And really send love in and forgiveness into that area. I forgive you, you forgive me, bring love, peace, and harmony. So you're healing at a deep quantum level, forgiving others that have hurt you and asking and offering forgiveness to those that you've hurt and made suffer unintentionally or intentionally. And I'll sing the words now. I forgive you, you forgive me. Bring love, peace, and harmony. I forgive you, you forgive me. Bring love, peace, and harmony. I forgive you, you forgive me. Bring love, peace, harmony, and use your mind power to imagine beautiful golden light flowing into the area of your request. I forgive you, you forgive me. Bring love, peace, and harmony. Bring love, peace, and harmony. And you can use this forgiveness practice for any person, place, or thing that's causing suffering to you or others. I forgive you, you forgive me. Bring love, peace, and harmony. Bring love, peace, and harmony. And then you can say, how, which means perfect, get well. Thank you. Just let me know how you feel after the practice.
Thank you. And so Judy is saying, she's all star today. Yay, Judy. Thank you. This is all building confidence and helping people by putting your comments here. Sharing is healing. We know this. Thank you to Nivedita and myself. Has helped me have more clarity on direction. Love the card readings. Always pertinent. Love you both. Love you too, Judy. Thank you so much.
And Judy, a reminder about tomorrow, because you can be as interactive as you like on the show tomorrow. No, is it tomorrow?
Wednesday.
Thursday
for you.
Thursday for us, and we'll be able to go deeper with you for any issues that you've specifically got. And because it's a private and confidential, there's no recording, so you can feel
There's a
free.
recording, but not for public.
Yes,
because of the karma and the karmic debt that most of you understand why we do this. So again, the virtue. So I want to thank everyone on that note. I want to thank everyone who dropped by. Please put your comments in there. Please do something. And for the next 12 months, including this month, we haven't lost a month yet. We still have about a week, a little bit more, or a couple of days. Do something for yourself. Do something to help yourself. Release one emotion at a time. Release one limited decision at a time. This is for you. Speak to us what you believe might be holding you back.
we're here to serve you with the greatest of love, peace, and harmony.
We're there for you. Always remember, help is just a phone call away. Help is just an email away. Help is just open your mouth and say, I need help. Have you never done that and say, I need help? Well, I've done that many times every single day. When we call on our master ancestors, grandmasters, the angels, archangels, for the unconditional love, call them and say, I need help, and tell them in the areas you need help. So my thought for you here is today, no one's going to take care of you but you. Why you're struggling and have no money is because of this. It's a limited decision. It's that you're not doing something that you should be doing, that if you were doing it, it will take you to where you need to be. I'm a living example of that. Nivedita's a living example of that. Now I start creating stuff. Who thought I would ever start creating stuff, being creative on the graphic side? Not me. But now I'm doing it. It just opened up a whole new world.
We are the creators of our own lives.
We are. There's a blank canvas there. Go do something with it. Your homework for today is to write in your journal what you've learned from this whole experience today. Then when you finish, don't cross off anything. Go back and read it. And change it right there and then, and see, oh, what can I do to change this? Take a moment and close your eyes and just look within and just start writing. Some of it wouldn't make any sense to you. It may seem like, oh, this is not me. But I'm telling you, the point is you're doing it. It's the exercise behind it.
Yeah.
So when I say, love you guys, thank you so much for being here. We never expect, we don't plan these things.
No, this is all ad hoc.
We can't plan any of this. So if you may jump from here today, it's whatever comes out of my mouth or Nivedita. Yes, the card reading and stuff is a different story. I wasn't going to read the cards and so forth, but it is what it is. So I want to say thank you all so much for being here. Catch us on the replay, share it, learn something from this. It's going to change your life. I want to hear something that's profound, that hit the nugget, something. Could be a word, could be a phrase. Tell us why we're doing this for you.
We love you.
Okay. So on that note, I would like to say, have an awesome week. See you on Wednesday. Click on the other links.
Thursday for Australia.
Yeah, Thursday for Australia. We gotta remember that. So
11 a.m.
It's Wednesday evenings at 7 o'clock Eastern time, just like this, and then 11 o'clock morning Australia time. And definitely, yes, Tara, you and I are going to have a conversation very soon after this call.
Hello, Tara.
Yes, I have to get Tara there. I have to get Tara there. Definitely. Everything is stuck in everybody's head and body and everything, and we got to get out there and make a difference and change. And it starts with you. I love you, girl. Anyway, so on that note, thank you so much for being here. And I want to say this is Dianne and Nivedita. This is Nivedita, all the way down under. Winter here, summer there. But enjoy it. Take care. Have a good one, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone. Till next time.